Hi guys, Jace here. Here we are, Tapuya in Rotorua, the day before the Highlander mountain bike race. And I'm here to register. The race is 63 kilometers long. It's about 1400 meters of climbing, just on grade 2, grade 3 trails. So I'm hoping to do okay, 420 to 430, I think. The qualifying time for the 100 miler in the Faka is 420, so that's what I'm aiming for really, but quite happy if I do 430.
There you go, Jason.
Thank you very much. Awesome.
Good luck.
See ya.
See ya.
All registered. See you tomorrow.
Wave 1, first 150 riders only. Please take care as you go down the hill to the Tapuya, guys.
I had no idea who that was, but there you go. So here we are on the stunning grounds of Tapuya. What a fantastic location to start the Highlander from. It's the largest active geyser in the Southern Hemisphere. Fun fact for you. And it's an amazing location. Look at the geysers either side of this bridge now. Awesome to start off in this place. We were very lucky.
Oh, what's a bit smelly though, a bit wet. Oh, it's going to be slippy.
I was just going at my own pace early on, and it seemed to me that everyone was passing me, although there were roughly 300 starters, maybe 250 to 300 starters in the 63k race. I was about 50th in the starting grid. As far as I could tell, there just seemed to be people going past me all of the time, but I was confident in the speed I was going and the pace I was going, and that was the main thing. There was some great support out on the course, as you can see by these guys here.
Hey.
One thing that was a little confusing was that the other races, the 40k and the shorter race, they went off afterwards, and there were e-bikers flying past. You couldn't tell who was who. You can look at these guys flying. I tried to keep up with them as long as I could. It lasted about 30 seconds.
Easy.
Here we are around the 30k point, which is the water stop. I had an empty water bottle which I filled up just to get me going. I didn't have a clue how much liquid I drank in my Usui Camelback, which is one of the downsides to the packs on your back. You don't know how much you drank. As I just said, up in Moana, it's an uphill. It takes about 15 minutes or so to get up here. It's a nice grade of about 3% to 5%, probably more like 5%, but I managed to just stick to sweet spot, and this is a rarity in the race as far as I could tell. I actually overtook someone going uphill. Woo for me!
Oh, sorry, yeah. So according to my calculations, I should have been there in 3:05 to get in 4:20, and that was about 2:55, so I'm doing okay with time. Barring a catastrophe or a course change, I should get in 4:20.
I did quite surprise myself when I was there at that time, but I guess the course must have been a little shorter, or I was going a little bit quicker than I thought. Now this is Split Ends, which is a nice longest downhill bit of the whole course, and probably in the whole forest, and it can take 10-15 minutes or so to get all the way down to the bottom. There are a few add-on bits as well, but it takes that long, and my triceps were hurting at the end. By the bottom here, you just want it to end, really, believe it or not. It is great fun though. I can't complain. I'd rather do this downhill than uphill any day of the week.
Bit funny. Thank you. Cheers.
Now I just said let's go because there was a uphill and it's followed by the downhill, and I know this track really well that runs alongside the Blue Lake, and I could see a couple of people up ahead of me when I was going up the hill, so my aim was to catch them, and I did catch someone. He was holding me up for a while, but he was going to let me pass, but I said it was okay because I thought I'd overtake him just after the forest.
Thank you in the sprint. Yeah.
He said he'd take me in the sprint, but he got a little bit confused at the end here, and I managed to overtake him anyway. And a beautiful location to finish, right alongside the Blue Lake, and a very dog-like turn into the finish line.
Woo! Oh, cheers, mate. Cheers. Congratulations. Here's a free drink or cross one. Oh, thanks, mate.
Shout out to Hugo and Will for being at the end, supporting me.
Good, nice, fast ride. Yeah, bloody hell.
63 Ks and 357. A medal, male and female medals.
Off we go to get my free hot cross buns. It is Easter after all. I just thought I would do a quick wrap up. I just picked up the car, come back, straight back from the Highlander. I thought I'd have a coffee and a hot cross bun before I had a shower, but also to tell you how it went. Position wise, I've come to the conclusion that my age and physiology is against me, and I'm battling basically for mid-table, so be quite happy with mid-table. Timing wise, I got under 4 hours, which I'm amazed with. I think the course was slightly reduced in distance, but also it's hard to tell on a GPS because of the canopy, and you sometimes stop. You can see your GPS stopping and starting again when you're going up hills, so it's pretty hard to conclude the distance, but it was slightly less, I think, than 63 kilometers, which means I qualified for the 100 miler at the Faca. Am I going to do it? No chance. I think I will stick to the 100k this year. Nutrition wise, I did okay. I had my Camelback, with about 1.5 litres to 2 litres of water in, and that was filled with the Scratch Super Fuel, which I've just managed to get, and it worked a treat really. So you can get that if you're in New Zealand from Trev's Cycle Shop. I think he's based in Auckland, but it's an online company, so I'd definitely recommend trying that. I think it's 100 calories per serving and 100 grams of carbs as well, so I had at least 200 grams of carbs in the pack. I had an empty water bottle with me, and then all I did was at the halfway point I filled up the water bottle and then carried on, and basically all I needed was that Scratch Super Fuel, and also just took a couple of the Cliff shot blocks as well, just about 10k, 40 minutes from the end, just in case, just to give me that boost. The last thing I wanted to do was bonk really. Overall, I'm pretty happy. My intensity factor was 0.83, which I thought it was going to be between 0.8 and 0.85, so I banked on that, and I was pacing myself up the hills trying to get sweet spot. My normalized power was 196, TSS of 263. What was the event like? Well, it was pretty good. It was started off at Tapuia, which is an amazing location. We went through the grounds as you saw, with the geysers shooting off left and right, and then straight into the redwoods. And the trails were grade 2, grade 3. They were a little bit tacky. I did have a tumble at around about 10k. My front wheel or tire washed out and landed, grazed my knee, but also I snapped the lacing on one of my boa dials. So on my left shoe I only had one boa dial, which thankfully survived for the remainder of the race. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Even better, click on the subscribe button, and then you'll get alerted anytime I do a video.